We heard that thousands of teen girls auditioned for the role of Andi Mack, but that you're the only one who impressed the casting agents. So we have to ask you, Peyton, what did you do differently than everyone else? We mean you hardly had any acting credits to your name, and you won everyone's vote in the blink of an eye. That's super impressive, and we gotta say, we can't imagine a better person playing Andi Mack than you. Peyton, you're the Andi your fans deserved.
Something Andi has to do now. Got it? Got it.
The cast of Andi Mack has plenty of strict rules to follow, and many of them begin in the auditioning room. Keep watching to find out which of these rules almost cost Joshua Rush the role of Cyrus. Don't wear makeup. Terry Minsky is the creator of Disney Channel's Andi Mack, and she had a set of rules she wanted to follow while trying to cast the lead of her show. She wanted to find the real Andi Mack, but that wasn't exactly easy. One rule that Terry lived by while trying to cast Andi's role was the no makeup rule. Any teenage girl who walked into the audition room with a face full of makeup automatically didn't land the part.
Not that Andi needs makeup, but sometimes it's nice to be noticed in a different way.
Make the Disney Channel proud. Another rule the cast of Andi Mack lives by is trying to make the Disney Channel proud.
So cool!
Since the Disney Channel employs loads of children and teenagers, they want to make sure that their actors have a clean slate and a drama-free past and future. Being a kind of person who knows what to say and what not to say is a very well-known rule amongst Disney actors. Scandals can get actors fired from the Disney family in no time. Don't overdress. Another rule that Terry Minsky lived by while casting the actors of Andi Mack was to pay close attention to their clothing. Anyone who showed up with their audition overdressed immediately lowered their chances of snagging a role. Terry wanted to cast young teenagers wearing Converse, not teenagers in heels and iron-curled hair. In other words, the Disney Channel wants its actors to show up to auditions as themselves, and not some overdressed zombie.
What?
No tweeting. Once you've been welcomed into the Andi Mack family, there are some things you need to know. One of them being that tweeting without permission just isn't an option. Working with minors can be tough, and their emotions can get the best of them. So Disney wants to make sure that they aren't going to spill some behind-the-scenes secrets on social media. And since the fans of the Andi Mack show are young kids, preteens, and teenagers, Disney wants to make sure that the show's actors weren't posting anything ahead of their demographic.
I have puppies.
Looks like a kid. This might just be the most important rule of all, and Terry Minsky used it to find her lead actress, Peyton Elizabeth Lee. Terry knew what Andi's style was supposed to look like, and she knew what it wasn't supposed to look like. That's why dressing like a kid was an unspoken rule throughout the audition process. Disney wants its actors to dress like the kids they are, not the adults they'll one day become.
Do I look okay?
You look amazing!
So do you!
So the cast of Andi Mack had to maintain a certain look throughout the entire series, both on and off the camera. Take etiquette classes. The last thing Disney wants is a scandal, which is why they want their actors to make them proud. But this rule goes beyond what many people would label as normal. The cast of Andi Mack had to take etiquette classes to learn how to act in public.
Excuse me.
Me too.
This rule goes beyond what you post on social media and focuses on every aspect of its actors' lives. The cast had to learn how to speak prim and proper, answer interview questions, avoid testy situations, and everything in between. Don't crack any jokes. Andi Mack might be a comedic sitcom, but the show's casting agents didn't want actors trying to crack any jokes during their auditions. But according to Terry Minsky, many of the kids who auditioned had been instructed by their acting coaches to deliver some comedic quips. The Disney Channel enjoys funny actors, but they don't want anyone trying to tell them how to write their dialogue. They'd much rather have a clean slate to work with.
Nothing?
Don't break character. Now, this is a very important rule that the cast of Andi Mack has to live by. They can't break character while out in public. Despite being her own person, Peyton Elizabeth Lee is expected to act like Andi every time she runs into a fan or gives an interview.
I hope to be a strong, kind woman, just like Leland and Lauren from my work family.
And the same goes for the rest of the cast. Audition more than once. If you want to be a Disney Channel star, you need to have a few competitive bones in your body. It's the only way you'll get through the vigorous auditioning process. Despite being the producer's top pick to play Andi, Peyton had to audition for the role more times than she could count. The network executives pinned her against new crops of actors again and again until they were certain that she was the one and only Andi Mack.
What?
One sitcom at a time. A very strict rule every Disney star has to follow is not overloading themselves with work. This means that they can only star in one sitcom at a time. This rule almost cost Joshua Rush the role of Cyrus because he had already been hired as the lead for another Disney pilot. Joshua chose to ditch the pilot to take on the role of Cyrus, which was a smart move considering the pilot eventually got canceled.
I was so pumped. I was so excited.
Before you go, tell us who your favorite Andi Mack character is and why in the comments. Thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to The Things so you never miss another video. We'll catch you next time.